Tailoring. Among the various updates to the spring patch includes ways to alter your character's armor to customize their look. To explain this, let me tell you a story that any past or current player of Asheron's Call could probably relate to. Imagine that you play a character named Ragnar the Fearsome. Ragnar has been in the game for a good while and is finally happy with his armor. It's tinkered, has excellent spells and stats, and has plenty of layered cantrips all over the place that would make anybody jealous. The only problem with this suit of armor is that it's unspeakably ugly. This is the Frankenstein of protective gear. Our good Ragnar has attempted to remedy the problem with dye plants, but it's like putting a band-aid on a severed limb. It just doesn't work. It still looks hideous. Furthermore, Ragnar's appearance often causes him to face ridicule from his opponents.
Yeah, I will smash you!
City Sangler on Caesar Circle Long says to Eco Tape. Evil Tialona. Yeah, tape is stab.
Yes, it sure is hard to be menacing in that getup. Ragnar leaves, insulted, disappointed, and emotionally damaged.
Ragnar's sad,
says Ragnar. But wait, what's this? A tailoring shop? Ragnar investigates, desperate to solve his problem. In the spring patch, tailoring kits have been introduced into the game. With these new items, you may now take the look of any armor and apply it to another. A good example would be these two coats. Let's say that you want the look of a leather coat with the armor level of plate mail. By applying the tailor kit to the leather coat, you are left with an item that looks like this. You may then apply this item to any other coat to give it the appearance of leather, but still retain the original stats that it had previously. In short, the change is purely cosmetic. As long as you can find the desired type of armor in the loot system, you can craft a suit appropriate to your taste. Tailoring kits, however, do have their limitations, which are as follows. Both pieces of armor involved in the tailoring process must cover the same parts of the body. For example, you cannot take chainmail bracers and apply them to plate mail gloves. Also, unenchantable armor cannot be tailored with enchantables. You can't take the look of leather pauldrons and apply them to Covenant armor. And finally, in the majority of cases, only loot-generated armor can be tailored. This means that if you didn't pick it up from a monster or a chest, it probably won't work. With the introduction of tailoring, players can finally customize their avatars without sacrificing the quality of their armor. Before I wrap up this section, there is one other related feature that I should talk about. Armor reduction kits are items that allow you to take any given piece of armor and reduce the amount of coverage that it has on your character. This is beneficial for players who want to maximize the amount of spells that their armor casts upon them. The way it works is that when you reduce armor, it will always reduce it to the highest point in which the armor covers. For example, using an armor reduction kit on a plate mail coat will make it so that it only covers the chest. Using it on a pair of sleeves will make it so that they only cover the upper arms. One thing that I think may confuse players initially is that the armor looks the same when equipped. So when you reduce that coat, it'll still look like a coat when you put it on. The difference being is that you may now equip armor over the coat. If you don't like the idea of your coat being covered by equipped armor, you can change this through the use of armor layering tools. These items allow you to choose whether your reduced equipment will be on top of or below adjacent pieces of armor. This is pretty nice because it opens up armor style possibilities that previously were not possible. So now, if you ever come across a really nice high coverage item like amuli coats or chainmail shirts, don't chuck them away. Visit your local tailor and get it reduced. For a fee, of course.